So I just learned that the pro wrestler Hana Kimura from Terrace House died, and the thought is that she might have committed suicide. It's really sad. I know that for the past maybe 4 months or so, she's had to turn off the comments on her Instagram, which I follow, and her other social media platform, because the comments were so vile. People were being so horrible to her because she had the gall to stand up for herself when something horrible happened on the show. And she wasn't even mean or anything. Not that there would be a reason to justify her being bullied and her being ridiculed and made fun of, but she wasn't even being extreme on the show. And she was just treated with such disdain, and people said such horrible things to her that she had to turn off the comments, just limit the comments on all her platforms, on all her videos, all her pictures. This beautiful, talented young girl with so much potential, so much charisma, definitely has the it factor and something that draws you in, and she's so likable. Like, I can't understand it. Like, she's so likable. That girl is so likable, engaging, and she draws your eye, and she's such a lively spirited girl, it seemed. And I can only go off based on what I've seen from her, following her platforms and then watching her on the show and the way she engages with the people around her. It's just really sad to think that, and again, it's all speculation because I don't know how she died, but the speculation is that she might have taken her own life, and it might be due to the bullying and that she received and the unwanted attention. And I know people will always say, when you're in the limelight, you get the good and the bad attention, but people have to stop and think about how they use the internet, how you use social media. Like, you are behind a keyboard. And even myself, I'm preaching to myself now, because I'm very vocal in when I express myself on the internet. I'm extremely vocal, but I always try to remind myself to not be cruel, not be personal, and not be mean to people on the internet, because you are behind a keyboard. You don't know these people. You don't know their lives. You don't know what they're going through. And you could be affecting someone. You really could seriously be affecting someone. And it's easy to say, well, people should just log off and whatever, but we're at a place now where a vast majority of our lives are lived on the internet. Our lives are lived in social media. People make their earnings, they network, they communicate, they connect. This is how the world connects, and Corona has showed us that social media has been like a great tool and asset to us. And to know that people are using such a major tool, because it is a tool and it is how you use it, and people are using this tool to create such destruction and such unhappiness in the world, to the point of someone possibly feeling so isolated that they take their own lives. Like, seriously, it's really sad. It's last week I made the decision that I was going to limit my social media use. I've been off Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook for going on 4 days now, right? Because I just felt like there was so much vileness of recent. Like, there was so much snide and nasty comments, and not really directed at me. And honestly, sometimes I really don't care when things are directed at me, but I look and I see people just living their lives, just living their best lives, just doing what they need to do for themselves, not really affecting anyone, not being mean to anyone, not hurting anyone, and just have some of the most disgusting comments on their posts, on their profiles, on comments about them that it just felt so heavy, and I decided that I needed a break from social media. And I am fortunate enough to be able to take that break when I need it, because that's not where I make my earnings. That's not where my work is. That's not a part of my job. Like, social media for me is luxury. That's, it's relaxation. Well, it's supposed to be relaxation, and how I connect with people who are far away from me and that kind of thing. But there are people who do not have the luxury of disconnecting from their social media. They don't have the luxury of not reading the comments, of, not engaging with the fans, because they run the risk of not engaging with the fans and losing momentum. And then they are exposed to all the comments and all the opinions of all the people, because everybody has an opinion, and everybody's opinion is valid and must be heard, and freedom of speech, and that's all good and well. But with privileges comes responsibility. With privileges come responsibility. And with the privilege of being able to voice your opinion, you have the responsibility of making sure you are not hurting other people unnecessarily. Like, seriously, this girl was upset because her costume got ruined. And she was rightly upset. And she expressed that anger. And she wasn't vile. She wasn't mean. She just vocalized her anger, which she's entitled to. And people beat down on this girl so hard. If you can disconnect, if you can log off every now and again, if you can avoid reading the comments and avoid hearing unwanted opinions, please do. And if at any time you can read the opinions and know that they're a reflection of the person making the comment more so than a reflection of you, just, take care of your mental health, take care of your space, take care. A friend of mine said very recently that it's what goes on between your ears that makes a big difference in our lives. And yeah, it's not just between the ears, it's between the eyes, what you consume, what you let into your spirit, what you let into your body. It has the power and to really create harm. And we have to be responsible with how we allow people into our space and how we invade people's spaces. It's really sad. Really, I just want to say rest in peace to Hana. Condolences to her mom. Condolences to her teammates and her friends and family. It's really sad. It is really, really sad. And I just hope you guys can find peace and strength to go through this period. And yeah, it's really sad.